ED versus Mamata Banerjee is now playing out in Supreme Court in full force. The Supreme Court is now currently dictating its order. Earlier, remember, the Supreme Court had issued a notice after hearing a plea by Enforcement Directorate in the I-PAC raids case, calling it a serious matter. Appearing for West Bengal government, senior advocate Kapil Sibal said that the information presented by ED is being manipulated. Replying to ED's charges, TMC lawyer had asked the top court to seek the video recording. He called the allegations by ED blatant lie, that all digital evidence was taken by Mamata Banerjee. In fact, he said that ED's own Panchnama substantiated, and this is just to create prejudice. Earlier, appearing for the ED, Solicitor General told the Supreme Court that Kolkata police came to the raid site along with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to remove and destroy all the evidence, which is an outright theft. The Solicitor General further stated that the action was being taken against under Section 17 of the PMLA, which is Prevention of Money Laundering Act, to investigate I-PAC and thereafter all the other police officers. He alleged that Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee seized all the files, even took away mobile phone of an acting ED officer on site. Solicitor General stated that such actions would encourage similar conduct and demoralize the central forces. The latest that we know is the Supreme Court is currently dictating its order on the matter. And ED versus Mamata Banerjee is now playing out in the Supreme Court in full force, and Supreme Court supposed to reconvene at 2 p.m. Is currently dictating the order on the matter. The matter is around ED's raids on IPAC office related to coal scam, money laundering money. The allegations that IPAC was a part of the coal scam and responsible for money laundering on behalf of the ruling government. And when ED raids were on in Kolkata and several parts of the national capital, in Kolkata, the Chief Minister decided to visit the IPAC office. And it is being alleged now by ED that she took away important files, important documents to remove evidence of IPAC and her government's involvement, as well as the involvement of the police officers. TMC has vehemently denied all those allegations. In fact, senior advocate Kapil Sibal earlier told the court that that information is being manipulated. He said that top court should see the video recording of that particular day, calling all the allegations around Chief Minister's involvement in removing crucial evidence a blatant lie. He said that this is being done to create prejudice against his client, which is Mamata Banerjee and the TMC. Remember, the Solicitor General had earlier told the court that Kolkata police came to the raid site along with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, which Mamata Banerjee's own lawyer, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, agreed and accepted in the court, but denied the allegations that Mamata Banerjee removed or destroyed any crucial evidence. Solicitor General further said that action by ED was being taken under Section 17 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, which was to investigate IPAC. They've alleged that Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee came to the site. She seized all the files, took away, in fact, a mobile phone of an ED officer as well, saying that such actions would encourage similar conduct and demoralize central forces in West Bengal. Solicitor General said that this is the past precedence being set by Mamata Banerjee as well as the TMC government. All right, more information coming in. The Supreme Court has said that it is a very serious issue that regional police are interfering in the actions of the ED and other central agencies. The Constitution allows every institution to function independently. Therefore, a state agency or police cannot be permitted to engage in such activities. This could lead to further deterioration of situation and the collapse of the rule of law. No central agency has the right to interfere in political parties' election campaign. Now, that's in favor, of course, of the TMC. However, they can take action against any illegal activity in proper manner. All right, the Supreme Court reading its diktat on the matter. has now said the Supreme Court is taking serious cognizance of the issue and said that regional police cannot interfere in the actions of the ED and other central agencies. The Constitution, in fact, allows every institution to function independently, and therefore a state agency or the police cannot be permitted to engage in any such activity. And taking a serious view of the matter, the court said that this could further lead to deterioration of situation and the collapse of rule of law, while saying that no central agency has the right to interfere in a political party's election campaign, but they can take action against any illegal activity in a proper manner. All right, further, we are given to understand that Justice Mishra informed the court, having heard the counsel, we are of the prima facie view that the present plea has raised serious issues relating to investigation by ED and its interference by state agencies. And there are larger questions which emerge, and if not answered, shall lead to lawlessness. If central agencies are working bona fide to probe a serious offence, a question arises: can they be obstructed by political activities? And the issue of legal notice to all the respondents will be taken up later. In fact, a counter to be filed in 2 weeks. That's what the court has said. My colleague Sabyasachi joining us with more details. Sabyasachi, as expected there, the Supreme Court taking serious view of the unfolding situation in West Bengal, suggesting that political parties and state agencies, including the police, has no right to interfere with central agencies and their probe.
Well, that's right. A very strong observation from the Supreme Court, and for viewers to simplify things, what Justice Mishra has said. Now, he has said that the rule of law can only work if each institution does its own job independently. State police cannot give protection or shelter to people who are being investigated by central agencies. Wrongdoers cannot hide behind the shield of a state law enforcement agency. And Justice Mishra also warned that there are bigger legal questions involved. If these questions are not answered, it could lead to lawlessness, meaning people may start respecting the law. He further clarified that if a central agency is honestly investigating a serious crime, then an important question arises: can political activities or party workers block or obstruct such investigation? And the court's answer, at least for now, is no, they should not obstruct. And that is the reason why the court has now issued a notice to all the party and have sought an answer from them. And the next hearing will take place in this matter on February 3rd. Now, Shraddha, what is important to note is that the plea which had been submitted by the Enforcement Directorate.
I'm going to come to you with more details, but let me quickly take a question from my colleague Brijesh Pandey, who's joining us live from the newsroom. Brijesh, what is coming as an important diktat from the court right now? As it read its order, it has now directed West Bengal government and the police to preserve all the CCTV footage and other devices as well as documents. The same documents that ED said that TMC and Mamata Banerjee took away during the raid process.
Well, yes, because both sides today in the argument, relied on video footage. The Enforcement Directorate is supposed to have submitted a couple of photos where ED officers were seen surrounded by the local police, the state police officers and policemen. And Kapil Sibal, who is appearing for Trinamool Congress, went on to say that they have video footage to prove that what the Enforcement Directorate is claiming is a lie. So, as it happens in these kind of cases, the Supreme Court has issued notice to all the respondents, basically the office of DGP, the state as well as Trinamool Congress, and to make sure that there is a fair investigation and there is a fair judgment which comes post that. They have asked the state machinery and police machinery to make sure that all the CCTV footage, all the footage which was there, has to be preserved and it cannot be tinkered with. It's an extremely interesting order. If you look at it, the fact is that judge on the one side has, and very rightly so, said that there is no way any state agency can hinder into or create roadblocks in an investigation which is being carried out by a central agency. But they also went on to mention that, it also has to be seen that, if a central agency is investigating in a case in which, election related material is also there. And this, went on to say that, there are certain questions which, if not properly answered, can lead to lawlessness in future. And this is the reason why 2 weeks time has been given to all the respondents to respond to the queries which has been put forth by the Enforcement Directorate.
Brijesh, would it be fair to say that the Supreme Court's observations are very balanced right now, while it largely goes on to, support what TMC is saying, that is, any election-related material a central agency should not be taking over, but at the same time also trying to understand as to what really happened here as far as the coal scam and the larger money laundering question is concerned?
Well, yes, because this was the line which was put forth by Kapil Sibal and also by Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who was appearing for the state and the DGP. They said that the last investigation or questioning which was done in this particular case was in February 2024. So what exactly changed? And why this all of a sudden this flurry of activity and renewed investigation only when it is election time? The court has given certain safeguards today to the Enforcement Directorate. There were 3 FIRs which were filed against ED officers. The court has stayed it till the next notice, and the court has said that no kind of coercive action will be taken. The court has also issued notice to West Bengal government, DGP and others to provide the counter, the claims which they were making in the court. But it's very, very interesting to see, how it pans forward, because the state is also claiming that they have video evidences which records something which is contrary to what is being claimed by Enforcement Directorate. But yes, the court has, Apex court has definitely drawn, a serious concern about the way entire thing panned out, of how a state police machinery was, used to obfuscate or hinder an investigation which is being carried by Enforcement Directorate.